A person's thoughts reveal his spiritual state. Geronda. How can the same thing be interpreted differently by two people? Do all eyes see with equal clarity? For one to see clearly, he must have the eyes of the soul in a most healthy condition, for it is then that he has inner purity. Why is it, Geronda, that one person considers an event to be a blessing, but another sees it as a misfortune? Each person interprets the event according to his own thought. Each thing can be seen from its good side or its bad side. I had heard about a following event. In a monastery situated near an inhabited area, they kept the rule of celebrating Vespers and Matins at midnight, allowing the neighbors in the surrounding homes. They were built around the monastery by the time to attend these church services. Once a young novice monk went to the service and left the cell open and a woman entered. When he learned of this, he was troubled and worried because he considered this to be a very bad thing. My cell has been polluted. He took alcohol, poured it on the floor, and set fire to it in order to disinfect it. He almost set the whole monastery on fire. He burned the floor of his cell, but did not burn the thought in his head. He should have burned the thought, because that was where the evil was lurking. If he had had a good thought, he would have said that the woman entered this cell out of devotion to receive a blessing, to receive grace in order to undertake the spiritual struggle at home more fervently. And in this manner he would have been spiritually transformed and would have glorified God. A person's spiritual state is indicated by the quality of his thoughts. People judge things according to their heart's spiritual content. If they do not have spiritual content, they will draw the wrong conclusions and do wrong to other people. For example, one who is doing charity work at night so as not to be seen will never think anything evil if he should see someone late at night out on the street. But if a person who spends his nights in sin sees someone out on the street late at night, he will say, "Who knows where that bad fellow is spending his nights?" Because he himself has such experiences. Or if sounds from the apartment above are heard by someone who has good thoughts, he will say, "They are praying and doing prostrations." But one with bad thoughts will say, "They are dancing all night long." If a melody is heard, the one will say, "What a beautiful psalmody," while the other will say, "What kind of songs are those?" Do you remember how the two thieves who were crucified with Christ addressed him? They both saw Christ on the cross, the earth quaking, and so forth. But what a difference there was in the thought of the one and the thought of the other. The one on the left blasphemed and said, "If thou be Christ, sell thyself and us." The other on the right said, "We indeed justly, for we received the due reward of our deeds." But this man had done nothing amiss. One was saved, but the other was lost.